Northsiders have always been proud to show off their homes, as illustrated by the Dahlweber family, who was given the opportunity to do so in a special edition of the Emmanuel Baptist Outlook in June of 1911. I'd like to point out that in this photo, the porch is shallow, has narrow support columns, and that it only goes from the front edge to the front edge, outside edges of the front windows. Note that in 2002, when we purchased it, the porch now goes all the way across the front of the house from edge to edge, and the porch roof actually extends out over the driveway. The columns are now much beefier support columns, and at some point, the right side of the porch was enclosed to make a sunroom. There's also a video of the inside of the house from just before we purchased it, and hopefully you can see that before you finish seeing the rest of this video. The living room, we've got the stairs going up to the second floor. It's going in, coming around. That's the sunroom, coming around. This is coming into the other living space, French doors, window, coming into the back hallway. Here is a closet, nice wallpaper, coming into a back room to be used as office, to be used as exercise room. We may not have enough space. Battery powered bedroom. Current bathroom. Also coming into the kitchen.
Typically,
to the back area. Back sunroom. Back door, which space that would come off. They want to renovate the bathroom. Going into the basement. This is the kitchen.
usually the seller fills it out and tells you everything they know about the house.
Here's what the house looks like now in 2020. As we go in the front door, the wall that was separating the stairwell from the rest of the living room has been removed. We've added a tray ceiling, decorative tray ceiling, and hidden inside that tray ceiling are lights. This is what it looks like in the evening. Stepping further into the room and looking back, we've hidden storage under the stairs. And stepping across the room to the far side and looking back to where we were just standing, you can now see into the sunroom. And if you notice up in the corner, when the sunroom was built, they left the support columns and built the sunroom around those columns. And we have taken advantage of that and highlighted them by tucking away little figurines above what remains visible of those pillars. Stepping into the corner of the sunroom, you can now look out across the front porch and see the beefy support columns, and note that the roof of the porch extends out over the driveway. Looking through the living room, There's the stairwell over there that we were looking at earlier, and a doorway just to the right of the stairwell, and that leads to the kitchen. For people with mobility challenges that use a wheelchair, the microwave has been lowered and the sink is divided in two in the far corner, and the faucet has been pulled to the front edge of the sink and can actually swivel to serve both sinks. And instead of cabinets under the sink and cooktop, we have curtains so that someone using a wheelchair can get under the sink, counter, and cooktop to prepare meals. The counter is made of tile and very durable so that when a pot that's cooked on the flat cooktop and it's finished, it can be slid off the cooktop onto the counter without fear of damage. Additionally, the dishwasher has been raised. This makes it easier and more convenient to load and unload without bending over, and with the added bonus of a higher working surface to accommodate those that are tall. I'd like to point out again that we added decorative tray ceiling here as well. With the ability to add blue lights. Looking at the other side of the kitchen, I want to point out that the oven actually opens to the side, which makes it easier for a cart to be pulled out from under the cooktop and brought over to in front of the oven, and stuff can be pulled out of the oven onto that cart without the door of the oven being in the way. Now, from this position, looking at the kitchen, our back is to the center of the house that is a hallway from which all the rest of the rooms can be accessed. So, magically going from that position to the far back, this vantage point is from the family room, where we're now with our back against the back door of the house, and we're looking at the double French doors where we were just standing a moment ago looking at the kitchen. This room, we decided not to go with a tray ceiling, and instead we made a border out of Indian saris and painted it a deep purple for a much deeper, richer, more luxurious feel. Stepping across the room over to this point and looking back at where we were, you can see the east back wall of the house that has the door to the back porch. To the right is a stairwell to nowhere, and that is above the stairs that you can't see that go to the basement. The door to that is right here. This room was the kitchen in the earlier video, and the stairwell to nowhere was actually closed off as a closet. We now use it to show off knickknacks and as a bookcase. In the video from 2002, what was previously the butler's pantry to the right of the stairwell is now a very nice cushioned love seat. Let's step back into that corner and look back towards where we were just standing. Where we were just standing, which was right about here, inside the room, when we purchased the house, was actually the bathroom. Now, from our current vantage point, from right to left, we see the bathroom in blue and white, then the first bedroom with yellow and white, and then the second bedroom at the very front of the house is on the far left, and you see the door to that on the far left. Let's step into the bathroom. In here are a few other features. The sink is attached to a shelf right here that extends out from the wall a bit, so someone using a wheelchair has space for their legs and feet without hitting their toes against the wall. Additionally, there is the feature of a European curbless shower. Before the remodel, the space where the shower is existing, back here, was an enclosed porch with stairs to the driveway. And where the shelf is, was the far end of the tub. And if you were standing right here on this spot, looking towards the mirror, you would actually be standing on top of the toilet. Stepping in farther into the bathroom and looking down here in this bottom right corner, from the far edge of this light extending down this wall and through the closet on the far wall, that would have been the eating area for the kitchen. And then on the left side, from the hinges over, again within this area and within the closet beyond, that was an enclosed porch. This picture makes the blue glass tile look absolutely beautiful. That was salvaged from the previous bathroom. Unfortunately, the wavy tile that we got from Mies, which is a beautiful blue, has some beautiful blues in it. You can't quite see that in this picture, but it is gorgeous in person. Now, stepping back to where we just were, outside in the family room, we can see where we're going next, which is the bedroom. With its bright, cheery yellow paint, you can see that there is a door from the bedroom into the bathroom. But for the most part, it's a typical standard bedroom. So stepping back out and into the family room, we can now see into the far bedroom, the second bedroom, and we will step into it, which is a lovely light lavender with cream trim. Again, a pretty standard bedroom, but I do want to point out that above the mantle, we did change and add 2 more shelves. And the person that did that did a fabulous job and matched it perfectly. That brings us to the end of the tour, and I hope you had a great time seeing my home. We had a great time sharing it.